So now the announcement of this new phase of the FBI investigation in the Clinton server has been in the spotlight since Director Comey made it on Friday. A bombshell revelation just days before the election that could have a big impact on the race. Is the media handling it fairly? I want to bring in Howard Kurtz, Fox News media analyst and host of Media Buzz. And Howie, how you doing? Good Monday morning to you. Great program this weekend. Now, how do you see this so far based on what you watch and what you read?
Remember when we used to talk about Hillary Clinton had to win the FBI primary? Well, now apparently there's been a recount. And, you know, at first it was treated like the bombshell that it was, saturation coverage, and a kind of an alarmist tone in the media. This could not only utterly change the media and political environment, but it really could flip the race to Donald Trump. In the last 2 days, Bill, I see a dramatic shift toward much more skeptical reporting on James Comey and the FBI. That's driven in part by Hillary Clinton and her people attacking the FBI director, but also by a gusher of leaks.
Okay, and you believe fairly in your view. How come? What changed?
Well, you know, I think the press is doing a little bit of self-correction because there's so much that we didn't know when this erupted on Friday afternoon. Now, thanks to various kinds of leaks, we are told that James Comey broke with long-standing Justice Department policy and over the department's objections by commenting on a criminal investigation so close to an election. We also found out now that at the time that Comey sent his letter to Capitol Hill, he didn't know, the Bureau didn't know what was in these zillion emails because they hadn't yet obtained a search warrant for it. So that raised the question for some about why he would go public without really having the goods. And then finally, you have this question. Remember, this hasn't been officially confirmed. The New York Times, the first to report that these emails came from the devices of Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner, turning up in a sexting investigation. And that kind of added a surreal and almost a comical twist to this very serious matter.
Do you see a difference in how conservative commentators and liberal commentators are approaching or reporting this story?
This is side-switching hypocrisy, and you see it on both sides. Back in July, when Comey declined to prosecute but did harshly criticize Hillary Clinton for handling of classified information, you know, the liberals and the Democrats and even the Clinton campaign were hailing him as just a paragon of law enforcement virtue, and conservatives very upset, and the Trump campaign very upset, saying this was a horrible decision on the part of James Comey. Now you see an almost 180 by many, many people who are commenting on this. So you have the Trump campaign now basically saying this was a great decision by Comey and putting aside Trump's earlier talk of a rigged election and a rigged FBI investigation. Conservative commentators joining that as well. And on the liberal side, the Democratic side, and among the Clinton supporters, Comey, who had been, you know, again, so widely praised, is now being described as a partisan Bush administration Republican hack who is unfairly trying to influence the election in the closing days.
Well, Howie, get back at it, okay? And let us know what you find out. Howard Kurtz there with analysis on the media on this breaking story in Washington. Thank you.